turning the tables.
You're going to love this one. Today I'm joined by a comedian and actor, Mario Bosco.
Ooh.
And you've seen him on stage. You know he brings heart and laughs wherever he goes. Let's get into his story.
Thank you.
How are you, Mario?
I'm good, Teresa. I'm happy to be here with you.
Yeah, happy to have you. Thank you so much for coming. So I heard you're a comedian.
Yes.
So what got you into being a comedian? Where was your first place that you actually performed?
So I didn't want to be a comedian. I've been an actor for 38 years. I've been in a lot of movies, TV shows. I've done kid roles, done regular roles, big movies, TV shows. And a friend of mine's like, you got to come with me. You got to come with me. It's a free class. And I was like, no, I'm a bad speller. I'm a bad writer. I don't want to write nothing. I don't want to do anything. Let me just do what I got to do. I took this class. She forced me into it. So the class was $400. And I told the teacher, absolutely not. She goes, but if you join today, we take 60 off. I was
like an acting class?
A comedy class.
Oh, comedy class.
Okay. Stand-up comedy class. She's like, we'll take 60 off. So it's $340. And then she goes, nah, I'm indecisive. She goes, about another 60 off, $280. And I go, well, I'm a SAG actor. I get discount with SAG. She goes, okay, another 60 off. I paid $220, changed my life forever.
See, sometimes there's things that I've noticed too. Like in life, there's sometimes friends force you into doing something, or someone says, come to this place, and you really don't want to go. And that's like when you meet like the person
God's
you love
destiny,
or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, like you're forever.
Now it's like an IV in my vein. It's like I all I want to do is stand up comedy.
I love that.
My sister's like, don't you sleep? Don't you relax? Don't you rest? I mean, you're always on the run every night. Where are you? I'm in the city. I'm at New Jersey. I'm in the show. I'm here.
So it was something that was inside you that had to come out. And I'm sure you thank that friend all the time.
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely. She doesn't do comedy. She just took it as, or whatever. Me, I get addicted. I'm like, no, now it's like I can't throw the towel in.
I'm like, make me laugh. Tell me a joke.
Make me laugh. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I talk dirty here?
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
of course.
So one of my best jokes is I tell them I'm this way because my mother got drunk in Disney World and had sex with Mickey Mouse. And then I tell them, you laugh? I go, thank God she didn't fuck the 7 dwarfs.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh
yeah, my jokes are corny, quirky, they're funny, but I'm a joke teller. Not, I don't go up there and say, hey, so last night I picked up this broad and we had sex. And that's not my style. I'm not an open. I don't do crowd work. I just go up there, you tell me 20 minutes, I do 20 minutes of stand-up, and I leave.
Okay.
Get paid and say bye-bye.
Yeah, I mean, what are some of the places that you...
Everywhere. I've opened up at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club in Las Vegas, which I will be back soon. Okay. I've done the LA Comedy Club in Las Vegas. I'm going to be back in LA. I've done Los Angeles, San Francisco. I've done Chicago. I'm hoping to be back at the Des Plaines Theater in Chicago with Ron Onesti. I'm everywhere.
That's amazing.
I'm a go-getter.
That's so good. Oh my God.
I love comedy.
Do you remember the first time that you performed stand-up? Like, where was your first?
First time was that graduation class. And I remember that I was so scared because I had my jokes printed like you have that paper. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, oh my God, I don't remember any of this. I wrote it in class, but I don't remember. So I bought this gadget from B&H Photo where you put the thing in your ear, you put the tube down your shirt, and you plug it in the bottom of your phone. And I was going to call my friend ahead of time, and she was going to read me my jokes off the paper, and that would have been done. She ratted me out to the teacher, and the teacher's like, you're an actor? And I go, yeah. He goes, let me ask you. He goes, if you have a movie for Martin Scorsese, you're going to go in with the thing in your ear, her calling the paper? Right. I go, no, I'm going to be off book. He goes, if you could be off book for that, you could be off book for this. And he was right.
Yeah, and then I guess it's like anything else. You have to study your lines.
Study every day.
Jokes.
You got to write, and I'm a bad writer. Like I'm pretty much and illiterate, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to writing, it has to come to me. Like, people write like every day. Like, you talk to Jerry Seinfeld, he writes every day, an hour a day, even if it's just nonsense, he writes. Me, I can't do that. Me, I have to have it come into me. Like, I've stopped in the middle of a shower, jumped out just to jot something down.
That's good.
Crazy.
No, I love that. No, I totally understand that because I that happens to me. Like I could, if I'm doing something, I could get distracted from this,
I get
from the
distracted.
smallest thing, exactly, and I could be
Smallest thing.
thinking about something else.
Smallest thing, the drop of a thing could distract me. And I don't know if they say I have ADHD or
Yes.
ABB, OPP.
I
Who
know.
cares what I have? I have it. It's like, I can't change it.
Yeah.
They're like, but you better be a better writer. And I'm like, you're talking to the wrong one. I'm in the literate. I got thrown out of school. I didn't get...
No, but listen, you're doing something right.
God's with me. That's what I say every day.
Yes. You have such a unique journey. How do you think it shaped your voice as a comedian?
How did it shape my journey? Let's see.
How did it?
Well, being small. So when I started comedy and I was working out of a comedy club in Long Island, my friend Carrie, she was like, do you want to fit in or pop out? And I was like, I want to fit in. Who doesn't want to fit in? And she goes, no. She goes, you got to pop out. And I go, what do you mean? Because I was with the Italian cap. I had like Italian shoes, jeans, nice shirt and sweater. And she was like, no, you got to get rid of all of that. That's not you. She goes, you got to be the next Pee Wee Herman. And I was like, what? She goes, you have to be... If I tell you I am so addicted to bow ties, you wouldn't even believe how many I own. Jackets, bow ties. My store looks like Bloomingdale's, like Macy's, like every... And she's like, you have to dress...
I love your outfit.
She said, this is how you have to dress. You have to be a character. You have to pop where they want you. I guess that's what she thought, and who knows, maybe it works.
Yeah, I mean, and you have to like own it, and you do.
Oh, I love it. I mean, like, I shop so much that you wouldn't even believe. And my sister would be like, you have 100 jackets, Mario. Why do you need 50 more? And I'm like,
there's 365 days in a year.
That's
so
exactly one jacket for every day. And I don't wear the same jacket twice. And I'm like, bow ties, I have over 200 bow ties.
I love it.
Every store I hit up. And I go, like,
that's your thing.
I'm a shopaholic, but I like a good price. I'm smart at shopping. So Macy's has something called Last Act. So I go to Macy's Last Act and I'll find like this jacket that was $150 for like $29 at the end of the season.
Awesome.
And I'll buy 3 different ones and put it in the closet. Bow ties. Then I go to Men's Warehouse.
I'm sure people send you bow ties now.
Well, it's funny you just said that. Somebody from Germany sent to Grown Up Italian 10 bow ties for me as a gift, and I haven't received them yet. And I'm like, wow, I can't wait to do a video and thank this guy.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you should reach out, like look at bow ties on Instagram and see companies, because I'm sure people would want you to wear them so you could advertise
May,
them.
I was trying to come up with my own, but I was too busy working on other
that's
projects.
Something you should definitely do.
I want like the elegant. I want the famous one.
No,
I'm very fashion. You know?
No, you should definitely look, or like make the bow tie to match the handkerchief.
Yeah, always.
Like a set.
Always. Oh, yeah, I buy them like that. I go to the garage in Brooklyn and I buy everything has to match.
No,
and I'll pull out
Mario's bow tie.
Mario's bow ties, absolutely. So I don't know if you know.
Or even Bosco.
Yeah.
Bosco bow tie.
Well, you know Bosco chocolate, right?
Yes.
Did you ever have that when you were growing up?
It sounds familiar.
It was Bosco chocolate, and it's like Hershey's milk, but it's Bosco.
I love milk chocolate.
I'm
not a dark chocolate.
Me either. I hate dark chocolate. They're like, it's good. My doctor's like, it's good for your heart. Good, keep it for your heart. Not me. Fuck that. I don't want that. I want my own.
Oh my God, I love it.
So Kelly Couture, who was on Next Top Model for 10 years, she was trying to get me my bow tie line last year.
Oh, okay.
But we'll pick it up soon.
Yeah, no, you should definitely do that. I mean, if that's your thing, yeah.
God willing.
Yeah, always pray to God.
Always.
That's,
God is.
You're Italian. Are you Catholic?
Yeah.
So am I. But I
I'm
think.
Sicilian.
Yeah, okay, I'm Napolitan.
I know.
Yeah. So, but I feel like, everyone, whatever God you believe in, I feel like you definitely, should have faith.
Faith.
And
I believe in destiny. I
Yes.
believe things are meant to happen for a reason in life.
yes, I agree.
We don't know. We don't know what God's plans are.
Right. Do you ever use comedy to deal with tough moments in your life?
At the time of me doing these classes, my mom was going through chemo for cancer. She had got diagnosed in 2015. I had a book out called From Hopeless to Hollywood, my memoir, and me coming back from one of my book signings, I gave my mom a hug in bed, and my hand fell and it touched her breast, and I felt something. I was like, Ma, you ate nuts in bed? Would you eat nuts? And it went into your thing? And she's like, no, I felt this today. And it turned my life upside down. And throughout it, that's why I didn't want to do comedy classes. I didn't want to do because everything stopped for me. It was like a car screeching. No more book signings, no more this. I had like a Texas. Forget about where I was going with it. And I didn't want to do anything. It's like, I got to get my mother's life in order. I have to get this handled for her. And I fall apart very quick, like water. I just can't handle that. And 2017, when I started comedy classes, I didn't want to do it, but I did it and I handled it. Yeah, sometimes I would say yes to that question, but it's sad.
So you're saying even though your mom's going through a hard time, that you still pushed,
Yeah.
forward, doing your comedy classes,
Yeah.
even though, because I feel like, I'm sure your mom wanted you to do that also, keep pushing through.
My mom's gone now 5 years. In October will be 5 years. She lasted 5 years.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I lost my mom
I know.
too.
Yeah.
How old was your mom?
She would have been 83.
No, but when she passed away.
She was 82. October.
God bless.
Her birthday's October 16th. She died October 3rd.
My mom was October 20th. And so they're both Libras. And my mom passed away at 66. Yeah, I thought my life was gonna, like I always said it to my mom, like if anything ever happens to you, I'm gonna die with you.
I used to say, I used to tell my mom when I die, and she's my witness, my friend. I used to say when my mom dies, I'm gonna kill myself. I didn't want to live because I didn't know how to live without her. I lived with her. I'd cook. When she's my witness, my friend, when my mother wouldn't finish plates of food for whatever reason, I would turn them into Frisbees and I'd break the plate with the food on it, and my mother would chase me and go, disgraziato, now you gotta clean that mess up. And I just couldn't handle it. I would do stand-up comedy, but behind it, I would feel that pain because moms are number one to me, Especially we're Italian, that's how we are. We're raised that way, mom's first.
Yeah, I mean, I kept saying that, and then my mom said to me, she's like, you have 4 daughters. She's like, you have to always keep going. She's like, you can't. If anything happens to me, you got to keep going. And my mom lost.
You don't know.
My mom lost her mom at 12 years old. So it's like, I mean, I'm grateful that I had her till my 40s, but that was so devastating to me. But let me tell you one thing that pushed me through while my mom was sick. My mom got sick in 3 months. She passed away from when she got sick, and I just came home from going away, and then 8 months later I lost my mom. But when I was away,
must have hurt.
I was doing yoga in there. So when I came out, I was very into yoga, and so I'm like, I want to get certified. I want to be a yoga instructor because that's how much I loved it, and it helped me with with everything that was going on.
And I believe that God puts those things in your life as a replacement so that you don't waste your life. You're busy, you have 4 daughters, you were married, you had a whole house full of things. I watched the show. Yeah. So you had people. Like, it was just me and my sister, and I don't like living by myself. I have fears. So when my mom was in the hospital, and when, like, I knew something was gonna happen, I just had that bad feeling. And when you get that bad feeling, I was just crumbling to pieces. And I remember to the bank to get money, because I said, if God forbid something happens, I won't be. It was like a weekend Jewish holiday, and the banks are gonna close. So I went there, and I got the call from the hospital, and they said, I said, don't tell me my mom died. Don't tell me that. And when he said, I'm sorry, I knew that she had left me. And what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I was there when it happened with my, yeah, I'm sorry. I was there too with my mom. Like, I was there. I was holding her hand, and then we had to tell my dad. We had to tell my dad, and that was like the hardest thing that I had to ever, like, that was the hardest thing I had to do in my life. Like, tell my dad that the love of his life just passed away. And it was crazy because they both got pneumonia at the same, like, my father got pneumonia. He got rushed to the hospital. He was in rehab with my mom because she was in rehab trying to rebuild herself from getting pneumonia the first time. And then when I had to tell my
Such
dad,
good people. Like, that's the thing that gets me. It's like, and I'm always calling my friend Patrice, and I'm always saying to her, like, I have this problem, I have that problem. It's like, and she tries to cope me to understand it. Like, I couldn't understand, like, the reason why. I was at the point, like, when my mother's doctor would call me with the PET scan report, I nearly took the cross off the wall. I had it off in my hand. I was ready to crack the cross on the table because I felt like God was taking something away from me. I was a sick child my whole life. So it's like, why are you taking my mom now? Why are you picking on my family? There's murderers out there. There's killers out there. Why are you taking my family? Why are you hurting? But I guess we don't understand the reasons why.
I know. No, trust me, I was mad at God too because I was like, really? I had to go through all that, come home, lose my mom 8 months later. And it was like so devastating to me. But I guess, there's reasons why we have to go through this. It just makes us stronger in life, and we have to just keep pushing forward. You just can't crumble up and give up,
You can. A lot of people said to me, goes, when your mom, we thought you would be going right after her. We thought that you would just rolled up into a ball, and I couldn't.
Yeah, your mom wouldn't want you to do that.
No, she wouldn't. And she comes to me in my dreams sometimes.
I get signs from my parents
My mother
all the time.
My dad died in 92, so I was young. But my mom, sometimes, once I was laying on the couch. I know we're talking about this. I was like getting a squeeze on my shoulder, and I turned around. There was nobody home, and I was like, and I know that means I got you.
Yeah, no, I get signs, and always, if you look for those signs, you'll keep getting them. So make sure you do that. Yeah.
All right, on to happy stuff.
Okay.
We're talking too much
All right.
now.
What's your writing process like?
Bad.
Is it super structured or more spontaneous? Like you said, we already
Spontaneously.
discussed it. Yeah, it's more spontaneous, which I love that. I'm like that a lot too. I'm very spontaneous.
I cannot sit. Like I said, I went to high school for like maybe a week and a half. I was friends with one of the most famous person in the world at one time, Bill Cosby, because he had got me into show business because they filmed the Cosby Show in my neighborhood on Avenue M and East 14th. And I was every weekday learning how to do. So when they found out I knew him, they like, oh, give me his phone number, give me his phone. I didn't have his phone number. And I'm like, no, I ain't giving you his phone number. And they rolled me down the flight of stairs. And I had already come out of the hospital because I was born with a disease called panhypopituitarism. And
what is that exactly?
I'll tell you what that is. A doctor messed up. My mom, I was born in January. My mom had a cold. She wasn't feeling well. And from what I've been told, he gave her a cold medicine, but her water had broken already, so like the baby was ready to come out, and it had affected me, and it burned my pituitary gland. That's what makes you get older, goes through puberty, makes you go through life, and I used to say, God, why me? Always, why me? Why me? Now I say, God, thank you for doing this to me because I'm the happiest ever in my life.
Oh, I love that.
The happiest. God made you the way you are for a reason.
Right.
And things come in and out of your life that we sometimes cannot accept or understand the reasons why. Family, people, situations, whatever it is, jobs, whatever. Things
Right.
that we love that we want to hang on to forever because we love it, you know? And then sometimes they just slip out of our lives and we can't understand why and we can't accept it. A lot of things I couldn't accept.
Well, I'm glad, you're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, you really are.
I mean, I've been fed
so
with
inspiring.
a tube. Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope my next book is gonna be like an inspiring book to tell people. I try to do a lot of I get hired a lot for counseling, talking to people, and I'm like, if I could do it, you could do it.
Right.
I mean, when I was 9 years old, I'd weighed like 30 pounds, and I was tube fed. I was stuck with a tube in my nose for a long time, and I dealt with it as much as I didn't want it, as much as I slapped that doctor with that wet tube 1,000 times. I had to have it. It was the only way to stay alive.
Yeah, and listen, God has a plan.
God has a plan.
So you were meant to be here. How do you handle hecklers or weird crowd moments?
So I haven't had much experience with hecklers.
Good.
I've had weird crowds where people will turn on me in a sort of a way. If they don't like what I'm saying, if it's like an urban room, they don't understand my Italian. Like I'm an old school Italian mother, mustache and all. Everything comes down to 3 things. What time did you eat? When are you getting married? When are you getting a job? It's like, my God, a job. I'm playing Teresa's show today. She laughed. She said, haha, get the hell out of my house and go get a real job. I told her, I think it's time I get an increase in my allowance. So those are some of my jokes, and they don't understand. So I've had them kind of like turn on me. I've never really had people walk out on me, like maybe once in Florida, because they didn't understand. They weren't Italian. They didn't understand. Hecklers, I pretty much could handle them. I just tell them, hey, it's me on the stage, not you. So let me do my job. And usually they shut up.
Good. Yeah, and you know what? My thing is just ignore it.
Oh, I ignore it. I was like, I'll go from this side of the stage and I'll drain them out and I'll work on this side of the stage. But if he starts saying something or he says something, like, I'm full force. Like if he throws a water bottle at me, never happened. But he throws a water bottle at me, I'll flip that table. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I'm Italian.
Yeah, you're feisty Italian.
You have to be.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Listen, I'm 4'11", 90 pounds soaking wet. You think I'm gonna let somebody abuse me?
Yeah.
I'm from Brooklyn. I'm Sicilian. You're gonna abuse me. You're gonna get back 10,000 times over.
Yeah. Is there a joke or a bit you're most proud of?
Ooh, that's a good idea. Is there a joke? I mean, I love all my jokes. I have about 100 jokes. One of my pretty newest jokes that I do is when I say I go to a restaurant, this dumb waiter, this bacala brings me someone else's glass of champagne, and I ask the audience, what would you guys do with it? And they go, drink it. I drank it, but guess what, guys? There was an engagement ring in it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, now this poor bastard has to wait 2 weeks to get engaged.
Oh, my God.
What do you want from me? I'm irregular.
Yeah, oh, my God. I love that.
Yeah. So I say pretty much, I love all my jokes. I don't have one joke that I would say that I pick at bald people. Like if a guy's bald, I won't pick at a woman, but if a guy's bald, let's say, I'll go, you like the hair? And he'll go, yeah. And I go, you too could have this chia.
I love it. What's a dream venue or a moment for you?
Madison Square Garden. Haven't had that yet.
Yes. Well.
I've played Jones Beach. I've played a lot of clubs in Florida. I've played Atlantic City. I've played Las Vegas. That was a dream venue for me.
Okay.
But Madison Square Garden would be St. George Theater, Staten Island. I would say that's a dream. But you know what? I leave it in God's hands. I say, God, put this in your hands. You know this is what I need, but be there for me. And in time, I will. I'm not in any rush like, there's a lot of new influencers who are doing stand-up comedy. They don't go through the process of being a comedian. They just want to be the star. They just want to be the headliner. And it's not easy, like, because I'm like, you need to learn how to crawl before you walk, and
Right.
you need to crawl before you walk, because you're running fast, and you're not Superman. You're taking off, and like, you may be great on social media, but you get on that stage and you get 300 people stare at you, and your first joke goes down, and now that's it. Now it's like a smelly situation, because if you don't have a next comeback to get them back, I've seen bad situations where I've had to follow people. When I was new, I did Gotham, and I had to follow Jay Leno and Jerry Seinfeld. And those were two major headliners. You have, between the both of them, probably a good 70 years of comedy. And I was having a struggle. Mentally, it was hurting me that I had to follow them, because I didn't think I was prepared to follow them. Today, I could follow them. Today, you don't give two shits. It's me. You get me. You don't worry about them. You get me, But I
Right.
wasn't prepared.
Yeah, no, obviously the experience helps you. Exactly. You're right. You have to crawl before you walk.
Yeah.
Definitely true.
There's a
about
lot of influencers or shows, reality TV, people that they just want to get on the stage, and I'm like, you need to learn. You need to MC. You need to learn to feature. Work your way up. Don't just think that you're going to get out there unless somebody's writing your material for you, and then all you're doing is reading it, and you're just reading until you just get. But then that's not right. That's not yours. Like,
Right.
when I started, somebody gave me somebody's jokes, and I didn't know who they were. And next thing you know, I told a joke, and somebody had the punchline for me. I was embarrassed, and I was like, what do you mean? That's my joke. I goes, no, that's Rodney Dangerfield. I called up my cousin. I said, what the f*** did you do to me? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, you didn't tell me those were Dangerfield's jokes. You told them that you wrote them and you gave them to. Yeah, but they didn't know. I knew. Made
Yeah.
me feel like an asshole up there. Made me feel fake and unreal.
Right. What's your definition in turning the tables in your life?
Well, like I said, I was a sick child. I was born with a deadly disease. I spent my first 7 months in Mount Sinai Hospital. I was born in Brooklyn, Caledonia Hospital, but I was too big. I was a normal baby size, so the incubators weren't fitting me. So they rushed me to Mount Sinai, where they couldn't figure out why I wasn't having the breast or the bottle. They said he's not eating and he's turning colors. So they rushed me to Mount Sinai, and I had every needle. I mean, I've ripped up pictures that I don't even want to ever show anybody. I had needles in my feet. I had needles in my arms. My forehead had needles, and they were just trying to test different medications.
Wow.
I'd been through like so many convulsions and so many different things in my life. And then the big thing would have been the tube feeding, when they said, we're going to put a tube down his nose. And I remember being in the hospital for a week, and I couldn't wait to go home. And I was like, because they'd make you go for a week, and you go in and they do IV like 3 days out of the week. And I don't like needles. Needles are not my... No.
I don't like needles either.
You could keep your needles. I used to run naked across Mount Sinai Hospital all around just so they would have to grab me with a towel, because I don't want needles. And they said, we're going to keep him here. We want to try some. I remember on a Thursday, they told my mother, and I was like, I'm not going home. I'm going to go home. I'm going to get back to life. I'm going to go back to school. I was a bad student. I couldn't give two shits. I wanted to get out of there. And got there, and they turned around, and they said, tried on a Friday. They came in with a tray, and tray was full of just like tubes and stuff. And I was like, what's this? I'm like, are we building something here? What the f*** are you building? What are we rolling sausage? Are we pumping And like, no, we're going to put this down your nose, and you're going to wear this. And I'm like, what? Are you crazy? So he put it in.
And how old were you then?
I was about 10 years old.
Oh, wow.
He put it in, and I pulled it right out. He pulled another one in, and I ripped out, and I slapped the doctor with it. So the doctor tells my mom, you better call your husband, because we're going to have problems over here. Called my mom, called my dad. My doctor goes, doctor, if you don't want it, let him die. Doctor said, I give you two choices, Mr. Bosco. Tube in his nose or a hole in his stomach. I'll put him in the OR right now. And I'm not the kind of go, okay, no problem. problem, and kind of had to have that tube and save my life.
Wow.
That was probably one of the biggest turning point, and getting into show business. Show business, I would say, saved me because I probably would have not been here. I probably, mentally, I was going down a very bad roller coaster, dark times, bad thoughts, shaking, and hating myself because I felt like, why am I the little guy? I would get beat up in school. If I hung out at the pool, they would throw me in the garbage can head first. They'd pull my pants down, and they'd abuse me, and I just, show business is where I went right into. Then I started doing movie roles, and I became union SAG actor, and I started doing all these big parts.
And then you
And
were shining.
I took the negativity and like you said, turning the table around, and you can't let people. You can't put yourself in a closet and hang yourself up because somebody hates you or somebody don't like you. Fuck that. Ain't happening. Nuh-uh.
That's
Sorry.
awesome.
You may not like me, and you won't like me today, and you won't like me 10 years from now. But now, you are not going to affect me.
I love that.
Yeah, can't. You can't.
Beautiful.
That's why one thing I like about your power is you don't let anybody step on your toes. In Italian they say, "I piedi nella panza," nobody will put. "I piedi nella panza," nessuno mette I piedi nella panza.
Yes.
Because nobody will put their feet on my
No,
stomach.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm very like
Don't
that.
let anybody do that to you.
Oh, never.
No.
Never.
Who's your favorite comedian right now?
Besides me, I like Sebastian Maniscalco.
I was just gonna, yeah.
He's good.
I saw him when he first started. It's so
I've
crazy.
opened for Kevin James. I've opened for Jeff Ross, Gilbert Gottfried. I've opened for a lot of people. Mike Marino, he's an Italian comedian. I've opened for him a lot. Just worked with him. I don't get too much attached to that. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I don't watch comedy shows. Like, comedians, like, you don't go home and watch sitcoms, or sitcoms I'll watch. You don't go home and watch live stand-up comedy specials. And I'm like, I can't. A chef doesn't watch another chef cook. Me, I love cooking shows. I love pots and pans on the stove. I'm Italian. I got to make something. You know
how to cook?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My sister don't know how to boil water for a tea. Me,
really?
Forget about it.
What's one of your favorite things you like to cook?
I like everything. I like roasting potatoes. I like roasting peppers. I make my own tomato sauce.
Oh yeah.
I don't need jar sauce.
So you make it every August?
I don't do like that because we're small, so
Yeah.
I'll make it fresh. Like, I'll go to buy tomatoes on the vine, cut them up, clean them, paper towel dry, into the pan, little olive oil, little garlic.
Oh,
nice.
I love that.
Nice.
Like
Get them, put the cover, let them sweat, make a nice sauce, get a nice pasta, handful of salt, like in the movie Donnie Brasco. You put in a pinch of salt or a punch of salt, right in the water.
Yeah.
Just get that water going, throw a nice pasta. Nothing's better on Sunday. Little pasta, little toasted breadcrumb on the side.
Wait, a little what?
Breadcrumb.
On the pasta?
On the pasta.
Oh.
You never did that?
No, I guess it's a Sicilian thing.
It's a Sicilian thing. Yeah, you have the breadcrumb toasted in a little frying pan.
Oh, my God.
And then you just put right on the top. No Parmesan, just like that.
Oh, I love that. I got to try that.
Oh, you will love it.
So.
It's just like, oh, my God. It's just like, it's like crunchy, salty.
Yeah, or you can even use garlic bread.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Toast.
But, like, it's funny because in Italy, they don't have garlic bread, Like, when I go to Italy, I look at them and I go, tu tengo pane con l'aglio? And they're like, what?
What? Yeah, they don't know what that is.
No, garlic bread. They go, Babbo Meregano, Vattini.
Yeah.
They hate me.
What part in Sicily is your family from?
Catania.
Okay, Catania. I know what
yeah,
it is.
we're Catania. I mean, I've been there 3 times, and I don't have plans to go back. If I go back, I want to go to Naples because I'm a big fan of Naples. I want to go to Naples. I want to go to the Amalfi Coast.
Yes.
I want to go to Rome. I want to go other places. I don't want to go to Sicily. I've been there. Never seen anything.
No, it's beautiful. You should always try new places.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a fan of that. Like, always go to a new. I don't like to go to the same place all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. Like, if you have if like you love it so much.
Somebody said to me once, if I want to go to Italy, I'll go to Las Vegas. And I said, what?
We're both
what? Repeat that. I go, he said, yeah, I'll go to Caesar's Palace. They have the Italian
No.
section. What Italian section? Bumbo Shemo Menega. Take a walk for yourself, please. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, obviously doesn't know what he's talking about. All right, now we have some fan questions.
Ooh, I like that.
So Danny from Queens, he said, who makes you laugh?
Friends make me laugh. Being among my peers, a stand-up comedian, that makes me laugh. I watch a lot of old-time TV sitcoms. Like one of my favorites is Alf.
Okay.
The Golden Girls, The Cosby Show. Give me a break. I'm a big fan of all the old 80s sitcoms. Welcome Back, Carter, because it's Bensonhurst. So those what me. I love Lucy. I'm a big Lucille Ball fan. So The Honeymooners. That's
what about Sanford and Son?
Sanford and Son.
My
Yeah,
dad
good
used to love
times.
Sanford and Son.
And all of those make me laugh because they bring me Lucille Ball could do something.
I love Lucille Ball.
She could just do the most stupidest thing ever, and that'll destroy me. That'll crack me up. I'm such a Lucy crazy that I met her daughter a couple of times, Lucy Arnaz.
Oh, wow.
I went to Jamestown, New York. Okay, that's how I could pursue people. I made a friend of mine take me to Jamestown, New York. From Brooklyn to Jamestown is 8 hours. Jamestown, New York, we went to the museum. We went to her house. Went to her playground. We went to the school she went to. We went every day. My friend goes, okay, you satisfied? And I go, no, I want to see her.
Aww.
Where? I go, you know where we got to go? The cemetery. I'm Italian. Gotta go to the cemetery.
Yeah.
And I went to the cemetery and I followed the red hearts all the way until her grave, and I found it. I didn't rip a grave over. I ripped a cemetery apart in L.A. because I go to L.A. a lot, and I went to a Forest Lawn cemetery where they said she was buried, and I just went through every plot on the ground. I went to mausoleums, Dean Martin, Marilyn Monroe, this one, that one, and I'm like, where is she? And they're like, oh, she's not here. We don't have Lucille Ball here. They cremated her, and then they brought her to Jamestown, these Mamalukes.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad you found her.
I found her.
Aww.
She didn't do nothing for me, but I found her.
Tony from Newark, New Jersey.
That's
Do
okay.
people ever underestimate you in the industry?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you go through gigs where you're like, am I acceptable? Or, I'm a hustler, so they know, I don't know if you remember the TV show Dallas.
Yes.
So I'm like the JRU of comedy, I'm like a hustler. I'm just like, who do I scam next for a job? I get on them, and right now with my social media, so if I'm in front of the comedy shop on Bleecker Street, a lot of people will come up to me and they recognize me from social media and different TV shows. Like, can we get a picture? So there's comics there that are like, oh, damn, man, we're funnier and you're not taking a picture with me, but you want him. And I'm like, who you calling not funny, you asshole, if I slap you around?
Oh, my God. Okay, next question. Haley from Detroit.
Ooh.
She said, what advice would you give to someone starting out in comedy?
Believe in yourself. Believe
That's very
that
important.
there is no ever an option for throwing the towel in. You're not going to be the funniest up front. You might be, you might be very good. Write things that come to your mind. Just write things that have a meaning to you, whether it's food related or relationships or family or holidays or whatever that moment is that picks, that picks on, you know what I'm saying? And that's basically, I use my mom as a lot of my jokes. And before my mom died, I asked her, I said, Mom, can I used my joke? What am I going to do with the jokes that you're not allowed? Because you could use them. You don't have to tell them I'm dead. Just say, do your jokes. I say believe in yourself. Believe in everything. I'm pretty much a walking man, dead man walking, basically. And I could say that because when I was born, they'd say I wouldn't make it past probably 2, 5.
See that?
And I'm here 52 years, knock on whatever this thing is. So I'm 52 and a half, and I'm the happiest ever.
Yeah, no, it's true. And like because I've been hearing a lot of people getting, they're like, if they, they have cancer or whatever, and they're like, you have 2 years to live. And I always say, don't listen to that. Like, just be positive, always push forward. Because, like if you're negative, then that could that could kill you.
Yeah, negativity
So,
is
it's always-
is the poison in you that seeps behind you and wants to control you. Make yourself be the positive influence of the item. So
Yeah.
I wish you luck, and I hope to work with you one day.
Yes, always be positive. Paul from Cincinnati, Ohio. Do you have a favorite joke or bit that always kills?
Yeah, pretty much the Mickey Mouse that my mom's, she got drunk in Disney World and had sex with Mickey Mouse.
I love that.
And I always say, thank God she didn't f*** the 7 dwarfs. And it's like, if they go, yeah, imagine my mother f*** the 7 dwarfs. It's a small world after all.
I love it.
But I have jokes like, I'll say like, like I'll go, so my mother said to me for my birthday, Mario, what do you want for your birthday? I said, Ma, an iPad Pro. You know what she gave me? An Etch-a-Sketch.
I love it.
So, yeah, I love everything. I love all my jokes. They're my babies. I don't have kids, and these are my babies.
Yeah. Becky from Portland said, how do you keep your comedy fresh and real?
Well, there's so many people in this world from all different countries in New York and Las Vegas and stuff. So you could do the same set to 100 times. Individually, you'll get tired of being like, oh my God, I'm telling that same joke again. Like, the Uber driver came and pulls up. He goes, hey, I can't take you. I'm like, why not? He said, I forgot the car seat. Get it?
Yes,
he forgot the car seat. He couldn't take me because he forgot the car. So, I try to refresh them. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I took out this tall, beautiful blonde the other night. I not only ordered one, I ordered 2 Happy Meals.
Oh, I love it.
She wasn't too happy. I even gave her my toy, that bitch. That's the last time I dated a paid escort.
No, but you know what? You should always say this because it hits different with everyone,
It may not be fresh for me, but it's fresh. But I'm working on a lot of... See, the problem is that if I do Jersey, if I do Long Island, there's a lot of Italian, so my stuff will go off like crazy. But if I'm doing a city club, like some things, it may not click because they just don't get it. Like wedding favors, like the bombonieres. Like I have a joke where I had to go to a birthday party. My mom was like, well, I'm thinking Toys R Us. I'm going to get some. Meanwhile, she takes me to the closet, opens up. There's all the wedding favors.
Yeah.
She pulls one out, dusts it off. I bring it to the kid. When it came to my gift, I was so excited. When he opened it, I was so embarrassed. Oh, my God. He expected some big G.I. Joe doll. I gave him 6 espresso cup and saucer set.
Oh, my God.
He wasn't happy, but his mom was. She banged me.
That's so funny. Oh, my God. Justin from Miami, Florida. If you weren't doing comedy, what would you be doing?
I don't know. I've been in show business since I'm like 14 years old, and that's all I know. That's all I know. 38 years of my life has been taken up. The beginning part of my life was all medical, doctors, IVs, intravenous, being told that I need surgery here, surgery there. And one of my baddest memory is, and like I got not one horn, I got 2 horns, okay? So they wanted to give me testosterone, and I didn't want it. And I was like, I was comfortable with myself. I didn't care who I was. And at that time, this had to be late 98, 99. I was doing Sopranos. I was starting Sopranos. And then I went to do NYPD Blue. And we got a doctor's appointment. Doctor came in with a tray. Looked like she was tea time. And everything was on that tray that I did not want any. She says, we're going to do this test. It says testosterone. We're going to put a needle through your side. I said, what are you going to do? What? She goes, a needle through your side. My mother's giving me the look, Mario. And I was like, shut up. Don't even say it. So lucky, she forgot something. And she had to go get some. So I took the needles. I took out there and I squirted. And my mother goes, no! So I said, shut up. You're giving me the shit. I put the needle back in. I left it back on the tray. I took the needle, put it back on the tray. And I sat there. And I went like this. I'm like, what? I go, shut up. I was the best. But the doctor comes in. She goes, oh, did somebody give it to you? I go, yeah. Oh, I'm so much patience. Do you need an ice pack? Yeah. Ice pack. Yeah. Go give me an ice pack. I put my clothes on. I could get the hell out of here. My phone cool. I would never. They called me one day. They go,
I'm just saying, like, how do you know it wasn't, like, going to help?
well, it's funny because in 2020 I did in 2000 I did a 2020. The show was called ABC's 2020, and ABC's 2020. Cynthia McFadden asked me that question. She goes, Mario, what if this would have affected your heart and your health? And I said, well, listen, our life ticket, we don't know how long we have, and if whatever it is, you deal with it. And if that was a decision I made for show business, and it might have been a bad decision, well, then I'm going to have to deal with it when I get older or whatever God gives me. And at that, I was 27 at the time, probably 25 when they wanted to give me that testosterone.
Yeah, because I'm just saying testosterone is not bad, you know?
Well, it makes you get old. It makes you look old. It makes you, and I didn't want to look like old and short and bearded, and I want to be who I am. So when she said that, I said, well, if I live past 28, then I made it. If I passed it 52, give two shits. And if that testosterone, I didn't want to be old. I didn't want to look old.
Yeah, I've never heard that testosterone makes
well, yeah,
you
because
old.
Testosterone is what makes you go through puberty. It makes you get older. It makes you grow a beard, a mustache.
But by then, at 27, you already had gone through puberty.
I didn't.
No? Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No, I hadn't because
so maybe I guess.
That's why they wanted to give me that. But that's not, that was just like 2 at one shot. That was the first one. And every month you go back and they drop another one into your hip. And I was like, you ain't dropping nothing anywhere. You got the wrong person.
Yeah.
And you would think 4 feet 11, I'm Mr. Mousy, quiet.
Definitely not.
I used to throw water balls at the doctor. They used to come in. One time they came in like an army. They came in, head doctor, and then there was like 20 students. And I go, doctor goes, okay, so this patient was born with this and this. And I went, excuse me. My mother goes, shut up. Excuse me. I go, what's going on here? Oh, we're the student. You back there. You. And you back there, and that one, and you 3 over here. Get the out of here.
Oh my
Get
God.
out. Get out. Get out of here now. I was ruthless. I used to throw things at them. I kicked a doctor that was pregnant once.
Oh my God. You were such a bad kid.
I'm bad.
Yes.
Michael Jackson wrote the song for me.
Oh my God. Did you ever think about doing a comedy podcast?
Well, I had the Mario Bosco show through Growing Up Italian and with my co-host Irma Camparisi, and it was doing great. And unfortunately, we couldn't get a sponsor, and sponsors are everything. And unfortunately, we couldn't take it to the next season. We did 10 episodes. I'm very happy. But now I've moved on. Like I do a show called Cresciuto Italiano, which I speak just in Italian. And it's me, the Sabino Curcio, Rocco, and Eva, and Big Joe Gambino. And we have such a knit fit that we're going on tour. We're taking the 10 episodes got so big. I made a mistake and I said Yanis, which is a word out. Instead of saying pineapple, which is anis or anisi or nisi,
yes.
I said Yanis. And Yanis in Greek is basically the name John.
Yeah.
I made a boo-boo, and the boo-boo just took off. And
see that?
I have
awesome.
let me see if I could bring it up. So I have a single out right now.
Oh, wow.
Called,
where can people find it?
In iTunes, wherever Spotify.
Okay, and what is
Pandora.
it called?
Pandora. It's called Yanis.
Yanis. Okay. Spell it?
Yanis.
Awesome. Okay. Beautiful.
Got one more question?
No, that's it. I wanted to say thanks for listening to Turning the Tables. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. See you next week. Love, love, love you, Mario. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Mario Bosco Comedy everywhere. Just everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. your sister's ass.
I love it. I love
and
it.
thank you, Teresa, for having me.
Thank you so
It's an
much.
honor to
Thank-
be on Turning Tables with Teresa.
Oh,
I'm excited.
grazie.
Grazie anche
Tanti
a te.
baci.
Tanti baci.
I'm turning the tables. I'm turning the tables. Let's go. I know you love my style. I'm gonna make them smile. I am the one to win. Keeping them all tuned in. I'm turning the tables. I'm turning the tables.